Megan Albrecht with us here on the John Mendola Show, Holy Redeemer Volleyball. First thing we're going to talk about is the academics, something that you take very seriously. You're the top few in your class. Talk about just kind of getting after it academically, something that's come natural to you. You still have to work your tail off with it?
It's come natural a little bit throughout my life, but you definitely have to work hard at it, and it's a good balance, like trying to figure out between sports and academics. So,
senior year, years ago, you'd see the seniors, they'd slack a little bit, but it seems like students nowadays, they kind of like, hey, I want to keep my ranking. I want to be up towards the top. So you're still pushing yourself?
It's very competitive, especially with my grade. We have very intelligent children, so it's really cool.
That's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about, part of the academics as far as, is there a subject or two area where you feel like a little better with? And is there a teacher or somebody at the school that you kind of have, developed a relationship with? You're like, hey, man, I really connect with this teacher.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard one. I definitely am a literature girl. I like literature and I like science. I've had a couple teachers that I've connected with. One of them's our basketball coach this year, so it's a fun balance between them.
Awesome. Let's talk about the volleyball, something that, you learned to play. At what age did it kind of come to you? And again, some programs across the state of Pennsylvania, they start at elementary. Many of our school districts locally do not, but the Holy Redeemer tries to get kids involved a little bit younger than maybe some of the other area high schools. They might not start till 9th grade. So tell us your volleyball story.
Okay, so my brother, he graduated 6 years ago, and so when I was in 8th grade, he was a senior, and he played volleyball, so that's kind of how I got into it. And I started my 7th grade year, but then COVID hit my 8th grade, and I jumped right back in freshman year.
Were you sold on it in the beginning, or?
Yeah, I loved volleyball as soon as I started playing, and I think it's a really good opportunity for the younger kids coming in now with our intramural, middle school program that we're starting back up, so it's really exciting.
As a senior, what did you try to do to help lead some of the younger players on your squad? What was your leadership style? Was it by example? Was it a rah-rah?
I definitely like to be by example. Some of the younger girls, we lost some good people last year or 2 years ago, so jumping back in that transition was pretty difficult for them, but they caught on really quick.
Let's talk about the family bond there at Holy Redeemer. You got a lot of factors going on, but usually strong relationships with your classmates.
Yeah. So I play a lot of sports with a lot of the girls, so I travel year-round with some people, and I'm in the classroom. So I think the chemistry of that really helps with the team, and some of my best friends are on the team.
Coach Kablik, his coaching style, it's one of a kind, and you might not ever get that again, but there will be things that you remember from it. Talk a little bit about something that a phrase or how he comes across to you.
He's a really special coach. He's very different from anyone that I've ever worked with before. He definitely pushes us, but he knows our limits, and he likes to goof around as much as people might seem he's very strict, but he makes it a lot of fun.
Got the goof around side. Yeah, not many people see that.
Not many people know that, but yeah.
Let's talk about the players this year that you felt, maybe they overachieved or you felt like they really stepped up or matured. Who'd be a couple that you'd kind of pick out of a hat and go, wow?
We knew Liv Bilbo and Kaylee Grabowski coming back from last year were going to be big hitters and big helps on our team, but I think Bella Boylan really stepped up. Being a sophomore only, and with the amount of kills she had and the responsibility she had, she handled it very well.
When you talk about basketball, is another sport you do. Are you all in with basketball now that it's basketball season? And what attributes do you show out there on the court? Are you a shooter? Are you a good defensive player? What do you contribute?
Last year it was defense. We had a lot of really good shooters and really good seniors, but this year we're probably going to have to step up and be more on the offensive side.
Future endeavors, you're kind of wide open right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of wide open right now.
So you like literature, you like the sciences, which usually it's like a science and math thing. So you have the whole spectrum there. But have you thought about the far away from home, close to home thing? Is that a factor yet?
It's not really a factor. I'm pretty much open to anything. It used to be pre-med or pre-law, two different things, but I'm pretty much open.
All right. That sounds pretty cool that you just, whatever happens, happens. You're taking it by chance, and that's a good thing. Your family support?
Yes, very much so.
Tell us about them.
I have one brother, and my parents are very supportive of me, and my brother is also. He's a very big factor in my life.
All right. Well, it's good to hear your story, and we wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.